Hello and welcome in, my sleepy sheepies. I need to slay the man-eater in the desert south of Grand Trad. The informant at the Hush Honeybee Inn in Grand Trad should have more details. Back to the Hush Honeybee we go. You've surely heard of the stretch of desert to the south here. That's Tradia Desert. It lies beyond the large gate. Most travelers and cargo arrive at Grand Trad after making their way through the desert. Consequently, there's no shortage of people who have been attacked while traveling through it. They're harassed on their journey by swarms of Volmo and giant monstrous birds. The threats are too numerous to name, but the worst is the man-eater Manjula. Word is, not only does its breath burn like fire, it also spreads a foul poison. If you fight it, you should also be wary of its howl. Okay, in addition to being resistant to the heat, fire magic is ineffective against it. No fire magic. The blaze only invigorates it, so mind your tactics. Conversely, it's quite susceptible to cold, meaning ice magic is effective. You'd best remember that and prepare accordingly. That's about all I know. Unless you want to end up as another set of bones getting bleached by the desert sun, you better know when to run. I received a scrap of paper inscribed with the information I just heard. Put it away so I can check it later. Alright. Okay. Time to go to the desert. Where are we going? I need their concoctions, possibly. Okay. Yes. Fire breath. Spreads poison. If we need more than 10, I shouldn't be allowed to exist. So much to sell. The variety here is not bad, eh? All these jars do make it a little cramped, though, I suppose. You can hear the little buggers scurrying away to find new homes. I'm sorry, but please bear with me while I clean things up. How do I get to the desert? I'm trying to get out to the desert. They slow down for you. They don't just bowl you over. There's only desert outside this gate, but if you really want to go out there, let's at least know where we're going. Okay, fine. Let's go. To the map! Or to the desert. We know where we want to go. Hi, Stroll. Can you believe a wasteland this wild has been so close to Grand Trad all this time? Makes for easy bounty hunting, I suppose. We should attempt to reduce the number of monsters here for the sake of the travelers that pass through this area. All set then? I'm ready when you are. I can't overlook the fact that there are bandits here as well as monsters. Keeping this desert safe gives me quite the headache. In any case, exterminating a few more monsters could prevent tragedy. Fewer travelers would be attacked. I'm prepared and at the ready for your command. Let's go! It's going to be full of monsters past here. Is this where you want to explore? Alright, let's go! Yes. Into the desert. Monsters seem to be on the rise, even this close to the capital. Doesn't take long to feel you're really in the wild. And present times make the capital a popular travel destination. We cannot stand idly by. Wait, was that the monster just now? Did it approach because it sensed us? Looks like it checked up on us and then ran back. Let's just focus on the smaller curs. It can't ignore us forever. So you aim to lure it out. As good a plan as any, so let us be about it. Punch the worm! Use magic to destroy the worm! Dang. Oh, this is actually not what I meant to do. Jump! Rest! Let's go! That was too much power. If I'm being honest, that was a little extreme. Ooh! God. There! Ah. Get him! Damn. Done. Where's the cat? Where's the cat? What? I just saw the cat. What's happening? There the cat is. Losing my mind. Save it. I'm sensing something huge, and it's headed right for us. Seems like messing with its pack has made it really angry. Okay. Let's get into this fight. It finally appeared! Damn, it's huge. Between the worms and this guy, the people in town are essentially trapped. One certainly expects beasts in a desert. But for something like this to appear... No kidding. This isn't the type of fellow the city guard can handle. We've got to do something. Watch yourself. This is no mere worm or wild dog. Yeah, I can see that just fine. Here it comes! Brace yourself! Jump. Thrust! She defended me! That's so cool! Let's go! We're gonna get wrecked in this next move, though. Yeah. Dang! He a strong boy! Power? Rust! Let's go! Let's go! Victory! 10,000 smackaroonies. Much money, very well. Alright. Collect our spoils of war. Ooh! That's real cool. Rampager tale. That this bounty had been left unaddressed, the military must truly be short-handed. True. And while I'm glad we can profit from it, this sort of thing really is their responsibility. I could not agree more. At least the threat to this area has been neutralized. For now, anyway. Absolutely. That's enough for now, Will. Let's go report it at the recruitment center. Leave it to us. Now then, shall we return to the entrance? Okay, but just a little. There may still be monsters around, so keep your eyes peeled. Yes! Exploring was already worth it! Let's go! Damascus Fair. A beetle! Oh, these are just like marking enemies. Ooh, another treasure though. Love a secret treasure. Secret treasure! In the mountains! Secret treasure! Amethyst. Is there like an achievement for clearing out the desert in a good way? I thought the whole deal was like, lots of people come through here, so clear out the desert for them as well. Was this the entire dungeon? Like, am I done? At this point, I'm just like farming. It's time to leave this desert. Somebody let me out. Let me out, let me out. It's going to be night soon. Should we call it a day and head back? Then why don't you go back to the city and have a nice dinner? Tired, huh? Then let's think about what to eat. Back to the Grand Trad Tavern. Horden's announcement is just around the corner. There's no point in trying to predict what he's going to say now. 'Twould be wise to make the most of the time we have remaining. Perhaps there's others who require our aid. Or we could develop our archetypes. I thought myself utterly exhausted, but this meal is delectable. I shall sleep well after such a feast. I'd say we earned our rest today. Good job! I relaxed with my friends. All of us shared a brief moment of peace. Time marches on, and the age of a new kingdom draws near. I hear a voice. Perhaps I should discuss this with him. Stroll comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. In we go. Surely not. You really managed to slay the bounty? That certainly is Rampager Tale. Even the military soldiers fled from it in fear. You lot are something else. Here's a reward as promised. Take it. It's yours. 10K, let's go! Plus whatever treasure we got. Ooh! Plus now we have courage.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh damn, I'm still craven. I've not upped my courage that much. Ooh, I'm more popular though. My support is changing. There's really 10,000 Reeve here. I'm ready for more contracts if they pay out this well. I'm afraid you can't. I don't have any other contracts I can offer you right now. The recruitment center and other cities should also handle contracts. Take a look if you have the chance. No bounty targets for us, huh? Yeah. Cool. There's sure a lot of wanted posters. Hey, this bulletin board also has a bounty hunter ranking pinned to it. First place is, oh, Katharina. That has to be the Katharina we know, right? I guess she really is worth her salt. Let's see who else is. Ah, look. There's you near the bottom. It'll be quite a climb to catch up to Katharina. Interesting. Yes, let's go talk to Stroll. I thought we kind of already did this, but... Ah, it's you. Staying put like this puts the day of calamity in mind for me. So I'm in a bit of a bind. This regards Lord Hydran, that landowner in Grand Trad my family's old caretaker mentioned the other day. Rumors say he's clever, and not in a good way. I'm lost about how to approach him. Thank you. Just having you by my side would be reassuring. He's a devout sancticist, so we should look for him near the Grand Cathedral. I was told Lord Hydran comes here often. Right on cue. If I'm not mistaken, you're the young Stroll, are you not? It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Hydran. But how do you know me? Nary a soul in the kingdom hasn't heard at least rumors of Halia's tragedy. Perhaps you've come to reflect and pray? No, I came to see you, actually. I understand full well that this request may seem unreasonable, but I've come to beg the use of some of the vacant domiciles in the capital. As you know, my countrymen who fled Halia reside here, sleeping on the streets. Without roofs over their head, they barely scrape by. And so I implore you, please consider offering your support to these fine people. Are you implying I should do this as some manner of charity? Am I to be compensated in any way? Odd that you would petition me on their behalf to begin with. It's not as though they are still your responsibility. Besides, is poverty not an individual's onus to bear? They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. You would still hold them responsible for their lack of means? So fate was cruel to them, and they could not rise above it. Should they not hold themselves to higher standards? I'm afraid I'm under no obligation here. Besides, what of your own circumstances? With your parents and land gone, you have little else to anchor you. Consider restoring the glory of your house before you worry about the rabble. You're right about one thing. I was fooled to ask for your aid. What about everyone from back home? Don't worry. I won't abandon my people. Incidentally, don't I know your compatriot from somewhere? You needn't worry about him. Besides, I must apologize for taking up your precious time today. Before we go, I would have you know that those refugees are my people, and no matter your stance on it, I will do everything in my power to save them. My good lad, I'm sure I must come across rather harshly, but it's not as though I have no sympathy for you. Abandoned by your parents, shunned by your relations, you were left to the harsh truths of the royal capital too young. It's a pity. Let not our tempers get the best of us. This isn't over yet. I'm sorry, Rangif. I was unable to persuade Lord Hydron to offer assistance. It was always going to be a tall order, but he tossed it aside, calling it personal responsibility, and that I cannot abide. Please, don't apologize. That you went to such efforts is more than we could ask. Besides, you needn't worry about us, young master. Your focus should rest on rebuilding your great house. House Haliotis must rise again from the ruin that human wrought, restore it to its former glory, or I should hope, to greater heights still. I'd heard you're still living off the generosity of the noble families who respected your lord parent. To be brought so low can't have been easy for you. Your people only wish to see your house flourish once again. With your inheritance, you should... Excuse my interruption, but did you say inheritance? When the village was destroyed, I don't recall any mention of one, so you were unaware of it. I suspected as much, given our conversation the other day. Your father would have kept it separate from the estate. Of this I have no doubt, though I couldn't begin to say how or where. Interesting. Well, if there were any clues left, I'm sure they would all point to Halia. Can you think of any leads? Perhaps, though I doubt anything survived the fire. Regardless, I'll make the journey back home on my own, alright? I'll not burden you with a wild goose chase. No. We'll do this together. But I sincerely doubt we'll find anything in that rubble. But listen, thank you for today. I would have lost it if you hadn't been there to keep me calm. I've avoided this for too long. It's time to face the ruins of my home head on. Might I ask for your help yet again? I'm not sure I could take another step without you by my side. God damn, we love each other. He's not really the one I was after, but he's like really into us. I don't know what to do about that. Very best friends forever. They were roommates. Your riz is too strong. Everyone love me. I can sense Stroll's deep-seated trust and burgeoning resolve. The proud noble Stroll, keeper and inheritor of the warrior's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny. Rank 3 with Stroll. New ability. Ah! The party can now study the Sword Master. More than a warrior. A new samurai form. Very cool. I do hope you'll find the inheritance your parents left you. All they'd hoped for was that you would come into your own with a worthy house. They would be so proud of how wise beyond your years you've become, your father especially. You're just like him in that respect. I am not worthy to share mention of my father, but whatever the case, I intend to honor their wishes. Pray await my return. Let's go! Stroll has returned to the others. Back to the hushed honeybee. I hear a voice. I wonder if he'll come again if he does. Brigitte comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with her. Maybe I should. But first, I need to do something. Do I remember what I need to do? No, but I do need to do something. Not the kind of day I like to be out in, but the shops are having sales, so... You want to go somewhere nearby? Oh, more. There we go. More as there isn't them out here. I feel Moore's presence. Go to academia. Reading in the rain. Reading in the rain. I sense the power of a new archetype. Do come and speak to me, should you want to study it. Roll. You haven't fulfilled the conditions to study that one yet. You'll have to choose a different archetype if you want to switch. No! I have to be rank 20! No! I'm so close! No! A cat. A cat. A cute kitty cat. So you've fought these humans a few times now. Truly strange beings. Now that I think of it, I began hearing word of these humans around the same time the country began its slow plunge into turmoil. But with the power of archetypes, you can fight them. You can stand as the hope of the people. I cannot know what choices you will make in the future, but I hope you reach the end you seek. It's time for me to go. Bragita, my baby. Ah, so it's you. You seem unscathed. Have you come to work? Here's the leash. Today's job is to walk it. It's been itching to get out lately. Keeps making a fuss. Walk it around the capital so it quiets down and gets the energy out of its system. You can't be seen coming in and out of here. If you've no questions, then get to it. So cute! I took the dog out without anyone seeing and walked her around the capital. It seems to have taken a liking to you. I could hear it from downstairs. Don't get it too excited. This is on you too, dog. A simple walk shouldn't be enough for you to let your guard down. But she's such a smart girl. It trusted you unconditionally, sight unseen, and you think that makes it smart? Sure, whatever you say. Oof. I never liked this thing, ever since the first time I laid eyes on it. It was on the side of the road, buried from the neck down, head bleeding too, probably hit by a rock at some point. Could have just given up and died. I looked into my eyes and whimpered. Hated the sight of it. It's a strong word. Why? I was once a stray myself. My earliest memory is of fighting a dog over a scrap of meat covered in dirt and getting bitten for my trouble. Wherever I went, I found only hunger and violence. So I robbed and stole anything and everything. I fought and I survived. It was hell. I'd never have guessed to see who you are now. What am I doing? Talking to a child about this. Just like that dog, I let my guard down like a fool. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Wait, I want to hear more. And what will you do once you know? Are you really prepared for that information? No matter. We're on the subject, one word of advice. This world is a bottomless hell. A bog of endless muck. And if you trust another person to keep you afloat in it, you'll feel the sludge close over your head soon enough. To survive, you need the strength to make your way through that muck. Nobody can do it for you. And indeed, nobody else should. You need your own strength. And I'd say that's well within your powers. In addition, I'd like to provide one other reward. I'm sure you're aware that there's a man in town tasked with exchanging mag obtained from hunting monsters and the like. I'll put in a word with them so they're more flexible with you. Not just here in Grand Trad, but across the kingdom. I can sense Brigida's attempts at kindness and trust. More skills can now be inherited by the merchant lineage in academia due to the effects of the skill. The rate of mag exchanged has improved due to the effects of the merchant's rate. Let's go! I shouldn't be the only one talking. You owe me some secrets of yours after all that. Gurs tried to kill Luis, did he not? Then I imagine you're aiming for the same thing. What's your true motive? What are you really aiming to do? I want to better this country. Your true motives, I said. Though, well, I suppose it's not impossible. You really do mean that. Can't tell what you're thinking at all, but I'll expose your true nature eventually. That's all for today. Come by again when you can. I'm sure the dog will be delighted to see you. Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws near. So, Forden's grand announcement is coming tomorrow, isn't it? What's this proclamation of his going to be anyway? Wonder if he's going to thank us for what we did in the Grand Cathedral.
Yep.
I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Ostensibly, the state army is getting all the credit for taking down that human, after all. We shall know soon enough. So there's little point contemplating it further. Until then, let us simply do what we can as we wait for events to unfold. Alright, the big day. Oh, Mr. Elder, gentlemen, we meet again. I still haven't managed to collect many donations for the cause. I'm really sorry to ask, but if you don't mind, might you be able to afford to pitch in a little? Thank you. I swear I'll use your donations as best I can. I don't believe it. You really donated. Are you interested in our activities? If you don't mind, could I discuss them more with you? There are many who support this cause. I know I'm doing the right thing, but the reality is so discouraging. So she's serious about helping out where she can, but she seems kind of down. Maybe we could cheer her up. Okay, let's up our eloquence. Let's do it! Yes, let's try to encourage her. Oh, how wonderful. Then please, come this way. The Parapus, the Yugith, the Mashtari, and of course, the Elda too. These tribes are abhorred by the other tribes. Without a great deal of wisdom or skill, it's impossible for them to get a normal job. Work is especially limited for them here in the royal capital. You've seen the executioners in this back alley, right? Dirty work like that is all that's available to these tribes. Having a job is better than nothing, though. Those less fortunate must choose between starvation and banditry. Actually, no. There is one other option. Become igniter experimentation subjects. But there's no guarantee they'll survive those. Igniter experimentation? What does that entail? I don't know the specifics myself. Not many do, but you should still be careful all the same. Even though igniters are now considered common and useful tools, blood is being spilled for their development. I know it. I don't have many people on my side, and I haven't been able to help many people yet, but knowing there are people like you out there gives me confidence to go on. People like you who see injustice and actually try to do something about it. This world would be a better place with more people like that. Looks like my support was a source of encouragement for her. I feel like my eloquence has improved.
Yes.
Well, damn, not very much. Oh, I got fairy dust. It's not much, but here. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate you hearing me out. We had a hearty exchange of opinions. It's about time to get back to everyone. Back to the hushed honeybee. Okay, let's listen to another fairy tale. Oh, the fairy and the Elder. I'm glad we meet again. I believe we're in the middle of a story. Would you care to hear the next? If you listen to the elderly gentleman again, your imagination will probably improve. Lovely. Let's head to the tavern and I'll pick up the tale. Let's see. I believe we left off with my ancestor being unable to find the mysterious fairy to thank her for saving his life. We've hit a bit of a time skip here, as this next part concerns my grandfather. Bear with me. My grandfather was also a mischievous sort, and one day, he too ventured into the forbidden cave and became hopelessly lost. Wow, mischief really does run in the family. So it does. Anyway, lost in the dark. What should my grandfather find? A fairy, of course. She was beautiful, just as the fairy his grandfather had described. He knew right away it was the same fairy. Again? I'm not going to help you this time, said the fairy, rolling her eyes. My grandfather could only blurt out a confused, what? It was the first time he'd even been to the cave after all. Then the fairy said, don't blame me if you get eaten by the beast. And that's when my grandfather realized the fairy was mistaking him for his grandfather. The boy you're thinking of is long gone. I'm his grandson, he said. The fairy considered this for a moment, then said, you people die so young. The fairy led my grandfather out of the cave, like she did his grandfather before. The whole time he kept his grandfather's regrets in mind. So before she could vanish, he turned to her and said, thank you for helping my grandfather. If you're wondering if history will repeat, I doubt it. My family had to leave that village when my grandfather grew up, so I'm sure you can appreciate how amusing I found it to find a fairy here in Grand Trad. My family's fate seems tied to the fairies. Well, I'm glad your family got closure with the fairy, and meeting you like this, who knows? Maybe it really is fate. I thought about the curious part fairies play in our fate. I feel like my imagination improved.
Yes.
It's time I got back to the others. It would seem that the disaster was averted. Ladies and gents, lend me your ears. Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus' church has officially recognized these happening as the will of His Royal Majesty. Ah, so it really is His Majesty. And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne. Anyone? I love how her name is Insatiable Gossip. No, I don't trust you. Do you recall those chains that froze Ulysses in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be disposed of by force. That's not good. That's not good. No, it's not indeed. This marks Luis as nigh untouchable. I will still seek to find him, yet even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him. No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse? Oh yeah, I forgot. We're more than just killing him because we don't want him to be king. We're killing him because we need to break the curse on his son. Also, okay, that means that the king protected Luis over his son, because if he'd just let him be killed, his son would no longer be cursed. We appear to be at an impasse. Everyone, Have you seen Maria? Did something happen? I checked her room. She isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them. We'll go look. You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her, if she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason. Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues. Let's go. Find the child. Maria! Where are you? Rick and Maria have gone. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Maria? Oh, you mean that kid? Yeah, I saw her earlier. Really? Where was she headed? The stairs north of Sunshade Row, you know, by the general store. It didn't look to be running an errand, though. The general store. Might find someone else who saw her if we head over there. Thank you for the info, sir. Oh. Hello. We're looking for a little girl. Have you seen anyone like that around here? Oh, could it be that half-blood? If so, then yes, I did see her. She was muttering Papa and looking all sad. I saw her go through the back alley. Maria, could she have gone to the Grand Cathedral? Do you know that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. She just went inside. What? You let her pass? Why? The way her eyes look. I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets. Maria! Everyone was worried about you. Why hasn't come home? And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral is broken? Miss Fabian says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know. Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere. I'll never see him again. Oh, he's gone somewhere I'll never see him again, hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it. I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together. Why? Why does everyone always leave? Mom was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but... He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all. Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry. I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it? It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it. Hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Their prince told me that once. Maria, you're safe. You had me worried sick. Sorry for leaving on my own. No, it's all right. Miss Fabian, I'm hungry. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her. Sorry, did I wake you? Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it? Without my headband on, I look hella different. Let's think about it together. I am curious. We are basically still in, like, jeans and a t-shirt, though. Like, or jeans and our, like, proper wear. He's still wearing his, like, weird ascot thing. I'm just, like, we're fully dressed. It's just the wildest. They just didn't want to design pajamas for them? Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. Also, I love how we have our toes out, but not Stroll. That book. Is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort. Want to read? If you don't mind, since we finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judgment as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We have a kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea has thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspectives always divide us. Besides, does the decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Wait! How long have you been asleep? A long time. Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws near. Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne. Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First we have Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Interesting. Troll, why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal? I had Fabian bring it. Something's occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Gris's personal effects. Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too. There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula. You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that? Yes. I'd wager even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse. But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good. We've little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy, and the real trick would be finding it. He wouldn't leave it unprotected. It reminds me, a crier for the church was handing these out. A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne? This popularity contest is state-sponsored now? An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all these being in the interest of fairness. Those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state, the throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself. You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time. That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne. If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do? We need a plan, and then we can take action. As an Elda, I'm an outcast in the city. I think that gives us an advantage here. We'll make Luis come to us. How will we accomplish that? We're but strangers to him, and he gains nothing from it. Let's enter this tournament for the throne. Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in... Wait, this sounds crazy, but I think he might be on to something here. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe, so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an Elda, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces. You're going to make Will a candidate for the throne? If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us. I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may be our best chance at finding this formula. Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good, but remember who's actually risking their life here? Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be good as dead. What do you think, Will? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running? Aye. No point fighting my fate. Your courage is admirable. I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne. Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around. Your resolve has marked you as a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again. I inherited Grace's journal. Good heavens! Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again? I have to carry on his legacy. I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you. So you're gonna try and become king? Wow. Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can. You have your first advocate, it seems. Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh, Will? That was the plan from the start. That's the spirit. Does that mean you're not coming back? No, we'll be back. Although, we might be a while. I don't like when it gets lonely. Maria. But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king. Thanks for your support. Yeah! Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless waste between cities. Judging by the specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceania's capital in time on foot. I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in. Carriage might save our chances if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center. Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne? Huh? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you? I'm the one entering. You? Really? I've not heard of any age restriction. There a problem? Well, I'd not thought it. But you're an elder, ain't you? And you want to be king? Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks. You could just do your job, please. Can he register or not? An elder? Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up? No. They said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. Here, got on the captain's bad side. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains. Whew. That was a close one. And obviously, you're gonna need a carriage, otherwise the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late. We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage. As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you. Some postings over there, they should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look. Looks like everyone else had the same idea. One of these bounties bound to make me stand out. But which one? Bigger is probably better. Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here. You lot are here for the tournament, then. Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors. How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals, too, right? I suppose I've got one of those, yeah. Let's see. He's horrible. Heisme, a villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now. This might be perfect. You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin, you can be sure of that. Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for? Of course! It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right? If you imbeciles can't get that straight, you have no chance of winning. They want knightly types, not children play-acting. We're supposed to get a monster head, so why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to, Will? Maybe this criminal has a really big head? Come on, that's a stretch. And if he had a gigantic head, you'd think they'd mention that in the contract? Don't worry. I'll explain everything later. As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess. Oh there, are you really taking the bounty on Hisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Bardon, a guard captain for Maria's, a town to the south. The bounty on Hisme's is up at my behest. A guard captain? This fellow made some powerful enemies. We cannot afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Hisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones, our children, selling them off, some say. If our cities become known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die. But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it? That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread, deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We have no idea how he managed to operate out there without getting devoured himself. I had no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I've renewed the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who cannot protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if he must. He would never laugh at such a plight. You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract. Thanks to ye, that you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing ye to me. In that case, we shall meet in Maria, the old castle town. Please, make haste. I'll convince Hochlenberg somehow. You go on and accept the contract. Was that not us accepting the contract? This is unnecessary. Yay, they're done talking, indeed. But I get no relief because we just spent all that time talking to that guy saying, we'll take your contract, and then I get out and they're like, hey, remember, accept the contract. That's bullshit. We just accepted the contract. That's so annoying. How is talking to him and saying we're gonna take the contract, not us accepting the contract? This is ridiculous beyond measure. Y'all are gonna be there forever. Big yikes. Thanks for the stream, Thea. It was fun. Well, thanks for joining me, T. I wish I could say the same, but the end of that really got to me. That was some of the worst pacing I've ever experienced in my life. Bad pacing? In my Persona game? Who would have thought? Not me. Yes, thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have a peaceful, restful evening. Your peaceful goddess is gonna take a nap. She is apparently cranky and tired of dialogue. Good night. Goodbye.